Hello, my Cappies! Thank you so much for joining Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your Earth sign morning quickie, so let's go ahead and dive into it. As I was meditating, I was getting 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war, and then I was also getting gosh, what was the other message? Okay, it'll come to me later. All right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and draw for our general energies. So this is going to be very general energy of what's going on with my Cappies, since this is our Capricorn Earth sign. And I'm going to try to get one more. Okay. So we do have some Cappies experiencing shocking news. So there'll be a segment of you in that category. Some of you might be feeling like a Jezebel or partnering with someone that feels like a Jezebel. You guys are having a really good time. Nothing wrong with that. Or this person could be someone who is a cheater, or you're interpreting them that way, someone who likes to have affairs or spend time with a lot of different people. We also have secluded, separation, reflecting, soul searching. So there are some of you who are feeling separated from your person, and you're kind of reflecting and soul searching about what's going on in your connection, and you're feeling alone in it, secluded in it. So let's go ahead and look at our next energy, heartbreak. So some of you may be experiencing heartbreak as well. So yeah, a lot of different energies, and this is going to be for the next 7 days. And let's go ahead and put them here so we can do the tarot. So this is a general energy for our Capricorns. This is going to be more specific about your person's feelings and different areas. Remember that this is a general, so it will most likely be your romantic partner, but if you are not with anyone romantically, then it's going to be your business partner or a family or friend, somebody that you have a strong soul tribe connection with or a significant relation with. And we are a brand new channel, so comment with what you like. And thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to all of our Capricorns. Okay, just wanted to come out. All right, Capricorn. So if you are a cross watcher, this is what your Capricorn is likely feeling. Remember, though, that energy is interchangeable. So Cappies, if you're not resonating, this may be for your partner. I do a big you versus them 30-minute spread. We go into a lot of details on Sundays. So it's one sign per month on Sundays. And I do weeklies are one sign per week. Okay, please read the description for more information. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it and see what we see. We do get, so the Explorer in this deck is our Queen. So we get a Queen of Wands. We do get a Death and Rebirth. And we get a reversed King of Cups. So it looks like there is a passionate movement forward in this connection, but there's some sort of death and rebirth in the emotional sector. Because something has made the Capricorn or their partner feel some kind of way about this connection emotionally. They're just not feeling it emotionally. I'm not sure why right now, this week they're not, but there is some sort of death and rebirth around this. So it may be emotional healing, that's taking place around this. But let's dive a little bit deeper. I'm curious, what is this inverted King of Cups about in Capricorn's energies? Let's see if we can get more information. So, okay, 2 wants to come out. All right, so the backpacker is our Knight of Swords. So this does have to do, there could be, and the 7 of Wands. Okay, so there could have been some argument around the truth of a situation and what the truth is. Maybe there was some sort of deceit. When it's like this often has to do with deceit, but it's in the inverse. So we are looking at the truth being communicated about something, or arguments around what the truth is. And it looks like that is our clarifying energy as to why the emotional space is inverted. So whatever went down between you guys, it's making the Cappy feel not happy, and they're not in their happy place. But they are feeling very motivated to have a rebirth, an ending, and a new beginning. So it could mean that there is an ending to the way that the feelings were raw, and that there's a new beginning that's going to be taking place in terms of putting the energy behind them and moving forward. But it could also mean that they're feeling some kind of way about this relationship, and they're just wanting to, you know, put an end to it. But let's go ahead and look a little bit more. What is this death and rebirth about? Can we clarify? Is this an external or an internal process? Okay, so this is our Queen of Swords. So it's an internal thought process that has to do with communications. And of course, our Devil is in the inverse. So, all right, I had to help my cat. Okay, so we have here the Explorer of Swords, some sort of truth, clarity, direct and open communication around some sort of temptation or a karmic baggage that wasn't taken. So there might have been a temptation that wasn't taken. Some sort of temptress or tempter on the table, an affair that could have been but didn't happen, a phone call from someone that they took but then didn't show up for. This is also about, you know, your karma energies. And so when it's in the inverse, this is about, so if you or your partner has habits that are all about a certain cycle that's negative in the relationship, this is about not doing that and having some open, direct communication around that. So that's what this ending and new beginning is about. So it's about something that has to do with temptations in the external world and being direct and open and honest about what happened. And so you're putting behind you, maybe in the past you would have taken the temptation, or you would have done that karmic thing that you're used to doing. But now you've put an ending to it, and you're having a new beginning to not go into that energy and to just be open and honest with what's going on with you. And you're feeling very passionate and motivated to do so in the relationship. You're also feeling, though, kind of, I guess, not emotionally supported or not emotionally fulfilled. It's not the strongest energy emotionally. You might be feeling emotionally neglected even. And it does have to do with that truth and maybe arguments around the truth or what was said about this temptation, this karmic behavior, whatever it was. So that's what I'm getting in the feeling space for the Capricorn. And remember, it could also be your partner if this doesn't resonate with you. Okay, let's go ahead and look into our communications. How are our Cappies feeling with communications? Are they open? Are they feeling blocked? Capricorn with their partner for this week of September with their person. And think of your person. It's like some cards that want to jump and then they're like, no thanks. Usually something wants to come out. I'm wondering if the Capricorns are just feeling not very communicative this week. All right, we'll try for one more. Capricorn's communications for this week. What kind of wants to come out? So we do get the Fool and the Ace of Cups. But the Fool is all about a new beginning, a fresh beginning, but it's in the inverse. So they're feeling kind of stuck. And it's probably because in their emotional space, they're feeling on empty. And so they don't really feel open with communicating, which makes sense because I was having such a hard time getting cards out. However, it does look like they have the Ace of Cups, which is all about a new beginning in their emotions. So it's like they're open to having their emotions feel good again. They want to feel good in their emotions again. They want to be able to express them to you, for you to express them, yours to them, so that they can get out of this emotionally empty space. Maybe they're feeling drained is what I'm getting. But they're just feeling stuck in their communications. So the Capricorn might not be very communicative this week. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a confession card. Sometimes, okay, that one wanted to come out. Let's see if we can get one more. Okay. And let's go ahead and see if we can get some other direct communications. These are communications that your partner may not be saying to you. Maybe it's on their heart or mind, but for whatever reason, they're not communicating it. It could also be the other person. So this can be from the Capricorn, or this can be from the Capricorn's person. Okay, so we do get an I really fumbled and now I'm paying the price. So yeah, we get that for some of you. For others of you, we get a sense of I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. And this came out in the inverse, so if it was upright, it means I am keeping secrets from you and I hope you don't find out, but this is in the inverse. So this means that whatever secret has been kept, it's out in the open now. You guys are both aware of it. Or this person isn't keeping secrets, but you are believing that they are. So it can be kind of taken both ways, which makes sense given all of your other energy with the truth being communicated around a situation, wanting the truth, communication around a temptation or some sort of offer not taken. Let's see, our last communication, I'm taking time to find myself again. So this can all be from Capricorn or from Capricorn's person. And it does look like a lot of you are experiencing heartbreak this week, or you will be, and or you're in separation. Some of you are getting some shocking news, most likely in the relationship, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be what we're seeing here. And some of you might feel that your person is just a Jezebel, just out and about, and a temptation for all to take. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for what is the Capricorn focused on. What is the Capricorn focused on for this week? Okay, so the Six of Pentacles. And we do get that though in the inverse, and the Two of Cups, but so that's good. So we do have a sense of a partnership. So your person is thinking, so yeah, your person is thinking of the partnership. The Capricorn is thinking of your connection, of your union, how well the two of you work together. But it is overshadowed by a sense of inequality. There's something not equal between you two. It feels imbalanced right now. So there's, your person, Capricorn, is focused on the imbalance currently in the relationship. So they are thinking about the relationship. Can we get a little bit more information on the Six of Pentacles? I'm going to be nosy here. What is this Six of Pentacles inversed about? Why is there inequality? Why is there an imbalance in this relationship this week? Okay, so we do get, okay, just one. We do get the King of Wands inversed. So the passion, the motivation, maybe the sense of freedom is feeling like it's restricted. And so the passion is feeling like it's lacking. The person, one of you, maybe the Capricorn, I'm not sure, or Capricorn's person may be feeling like they are snappy, maybe volatile, angry, and or it could have to do with someone taking a lot of freedom outside of the relationship. So yeah, there's definitely something going on about people's hearts being broken, Jezebel affair energy. Some people might be shocked about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is hidden. What do you not see coming? So we've got the Seven of Wands is what you don't see coming, and a blockage over this energy. And then let's go ahead and take an advice card. I do like to go slowly. I know some people like to go super fast and shuffle and take the cards that are on top of the deck. I don't work that way. I find that there is a more authentic read when you're kind of working with the divine source, rather than forcing things. So A little bit of patience goes a long way. Okay, we'll draw that in a second. All right, so what you don't see coming is your Seven of Wands. So that's good news. It's all about meditation, you know, defending yourself and protecting yourself and drawing those boundary lines. So you or your person may be in a mode where they're just meditating and figuring out what it is they're wanting, defending themselves and protecting themselves with boundaries. And this might be why your person is feeling like their freedoms are restricted, because you're going to be placing boundaries around the relationship, and maybe they don't like that. So a blockage is the Two of Pentacles. So the relationship balance is being blocked, which makes sense because you're, you know, I've already picked up that you're in imbalance. So it's no surprise that your blockage is that you guys are not balanced. You're not walking forward together in this relationship. There's not a sense of equal fairness right now. Yeah. So let's see if an advice card wants to come out. And then we will draw for our animal emotional advice, because I always love that. And then we'll look at our number advice. May I please get some advice for our Capricorns for this week of September in regards to their connection. Okay, so there is the Scout of Wands. So your Scout is your page. So this is all about your advice, I think, is really just to stay open to whatever possibilities are coming your way. And if that means that your person wants to be there for you and be in a passionate relationship with you, then go for it and be open to it. But if your person is not showing up for you, then to be open to explore other possibilities. So that's your advice. Let's go ahead and get an animal advice card. So this is for the Capricorn. Sorry, this one's a little bit longer than usual. Normally these go 15 to 20 minutes, but this one's getting really long. But I guess you don't mind. I wanted to draw a little bit more information on what's actually going on, because it seemed like there's something complex going on here. Okay, we do get a soaring eagle. You might see a white eagle as a sign confirmation that this is for you, you know, during your week. This advice is all about clarity, inspiration, and insight. Awaken your spirit to soar to new heights. So, you know, that's what I was getting in your tarot advice. Be open to possibilities. So if this person isn't right for you, if this person is not wanting to show up for you and be there and be honest and heal the things that need to be healed, then be open to other things. And that's your animal advice as well. The animal spirit advice is to awaken your spirit to soar to new heights. So it's kind of like, you know, be open to whatever is you need to be open to. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers. You know, I love looking at the numbers. So the Queen is our 4, and we get 17 and another 4, 21. 21 and 6 is going to be 27, and this is going to be a 5. So 27 and 5 is going to be 32, 33, 34, 35, 35 and 7. It's going to be 42, 48. And then this is going to be 5. So that's going to be 53, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So 7 and 5. So 57, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uh-oh. Yeah, so we get the power of 3. So yeah, your number of 3, when you get that numerically, and because all the other information that I'm getting from your reading has to do with temptations and affairs, the number 3 numerically also has to do a lot of the times with a third party. Something going on with a third party relationship, an affair, someone's seeking attention somewhere else, they're texting someone on the side, or something like this. But 3 also has to do a lot of the time with spirituality as well. Completeness, harmony, spiritual significance. You know, you've got your mind, body, soul, your past, present, and future. 3 is often a number of completion, perfection. So whatever you're going through here, it's meant for your spiritual journey. And remember, Source is always there to help you. You can turn to Source, divine guidance, to help you through whatever you're going through. And yeah, so that's the advice. And hopefully this was helpful for you in some way for this week. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next Earth sign, Taurus, and see what's going on with them. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to this reading. We are a brand new channel, so please like, share, subscribe to help it grow, and comment on what you like and what you resonate with. And thank you so much. I'll see you next time. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, Taurus peoples. This is Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your morning quickie for Taurus, Earth signs. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw first for our general energies. This is pretty much what I call the Taurus collective. And as we get into the tarot, it will become more specific toward your frequency. Some people are higher, some people are lower, some people are in the middle and in between. And we vary a lot in our life. It's not set in stone for your entire life. So this is a general, so this is most likely going to be the person that you are romantically connecting with. However, if you have a no romantic person in your life, it's likely a family or friend or a business partner. But it will be someone that is in your soul tribe or that you have a significant connection to. Okay? So while I was meditating, I was seeing green, a lot of green, forest, pine trees. And for some reason, I was also seeing like a really sharp tooth. So I don't know, maybe that resonates with some of you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take these energies. All right, so some of you Taurus are living in the moment. You guys are enjoying your life. Maybe it's that forest walk that you're on, or that green that I was feeling during meditation felt very peaceful. So you guys are having a nice time of it. There are some of you that maybe you've been looking at a lot of memories in the past. This week though, maybe you're putting those memories away into a box, or not looking at them as much. For others of you, we do have a pop the question. Congratulations. Some of you will be getting the question asked, or you will be popping the question yourself this week. And some of you had a side hustle going on to make extra money last week, and maybe this week you're taking a break, or you've decided to quit or move on. So this is some of the general energy. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and find out what's going on with you, Taurus, your feelings for your person. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. And we are a brand new channel, so please like and share, subscribe, and comment on what resonates with you. So we're going to be drawing the energies in the feeling space. What is it that our Taurus is feeling in their connection for the next 7 days? This is your weekly. We do one weekly for each sign, and we do one deep dive, you versus them, every month for each sign. All right, so go ahead and look at the description to find out more about what we do on this channel. All right, interesting. So Taurus, what I'm seeing is that you're taking care of yourself, you're nurturing yourself, you're feeling like you're not necessarily bothered by what's going on with your partner. There seems to be a sense of imbalance, or the two of you are not really connected right now. And there's a sense of pause, not planning for the future, or thinking about the future in the relationship, or making movements forward in the relationship. It's like it's on a standstill. But you are busy just kind of taking care of yourself and, you know, living in your Empress space. So why is this connection on a standstill? Why the Two of Wands and Two of Pentacles reversed? Wow, a lot wanted to come out. Okay, you guys are just not doing life together right now. You're just not cooperating, maybe. You don't have that sense of teamwork. But it does look like that there'll be some sort of illumination, some sort of truth or clarity around a new beginning in this connection. There'll be some sort of clarity around the motivation, the direction, the purpose of this connection. So maybe there seems to be a lot of blocked energy currently this week in your connection. You guys aren't doing it together, doing life together, teamwork together. You're not moving forward, you're not making plans. But there is a sense of clarity coming around the purpose of this connection. So maybe you guys are at a standstill because you guys just don't know what you're doing, what the point of the connection is yet. All right, so let's go ahead and dive a little deeper. Let's get into our communications. What is our Taurus feeling in their communication sector this week? And thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Tauruses for this week. What are we feeling, Tauruses, in our communications? What do we want to say to our person? Wow, we're getting a lot of blocked energy from the Taurus this week. Let's see if we can get one more. Okay, so the Devil's in the inverse, so that's good, but you also have a reversed Wheel of Fortune. So in your communications, there is a sense of wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment around something. It may be this connection itself, that you are feeling like this connection can bring emotional fulfillment to you, or that this connection is something that you would like to have, or you want to know what the other person is feeling, and you want to communicate what you're feeling. But there is a sense that you are, well, you have a lot of strange energy here. It kind of feels like you're emotionally fulfilled, but you're not necessarily attracted to the person. And possibly you feel like you don't have good fortune in this relationship, or things keep going wrong, or you feel like you're stuck in some sort of cycle that keeps repeating itself. And even though you have emotional fulfillment, you're feeling like this relationship isn't going anywhere. So why the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Okay, so it has to do with the way that you guys are giving and taking in the relationship. So something is imbalanced that has to do with the fairness, the equal give and take. Maybe one of you feel like you're not getting enough attention. And it's like you keep going in this cycle around and around and around, where there's an inequality and unfairness. Someone's not giving enough, and the cycle just keeps repeating. And so you're feeling like you're not necessarily attracted to this person, or you may be tempted to go outside the connection, but you haven't yet. But you do feel like that you still have a positive emotion that this connection can somehow fulfill you emotionally, though. You have a hope there that you don't want to give up on. And or you may just be feeling very emotionally fulfilled because you're taking care of yourself and you're forgetting about the connection. And because you're in your Empress energy taking care of yourself, you're feeling very emotionally fulfilled. And it's not necessarily because of the connection. Because the connection itself seems to be generating a lot of disconnected energy. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some private messages from either the Taurus or their person that they're not communicating, but is on their heart or mind. And let's go ahead and get a few direct messages. All right, you're the only one I see. So this is something that either the Taurus or Taurus's person wants to communicate, and maybe they're not communicating it very well to you. There's a sense of, I miss the feeling of your body on mine, but it is in the inverse. So maybe this is a feeling that they used to have, but they're just not really feeling that way anymore. And we also have, this is also in the inverse. So I feel cold and detached from this connection. I can't feel emotions right now. So this person, either the Taurus, sorry, I need to click the phone there. So maybe the Taurus or Taurus's person used to kind of feel detached from the connection or not able to feel their emotions. However, this is in the past energy. Something that they're not feeling right now. So for some of you that have that going on, that may be why you guys aren't moving forward. So obviously, for those that are in the pop the question general vicinity, this isn't going to resonate that much to you. But for those of you that are maybe looking at memories from your past, because this is past energy, a lot of you are looking at the past and pictures and those memories, and maybe you're letting things go because it's not really working well for you. There's a big chunk of you that are living in the moment, and I think that for those that are doing that, you're kind of in your Empress energy and you're creating your own happiness and wish fulfillment out of that, whether or not your connection is really going right. We do have one more message. The situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally, and it is draining me. So this is in the inverse, so this is past energy. It would have happened a few days or a week ago before moving into this week, because this is for the next 7 days. So you, Taurus, or your person is feeling like this is becoming difficult to manage. Let's go ahead and draw into focus. What is it that our Taurus is focused on? Are they focused on this connection? Are they focused outside this connection? Sometimes we're not focused on the connections itself, but sometimes we are. Let's go ahead and see. I don't want to take that one. Okay, so that's interesting. So the Taurus is really thinking about, they're thinking a lot about how this connection, their Emperor, so if it's in the upright, you know, it's providing stability and security and a foundation. But when it's in the inverse, there's like the foundation has fallen. And so the Taurus is thinking a lot about how this relationship has upheavaled or done a 180, or isn't really providing the security and stability that it perhaps once did. Now, this is for Taurus, so if you're a cross watcher, this is what's going on for Taurus. But if this doesn't resonate with you, Taurus, this could be your person. So because it is a general romantic read, the energy will be about you and sometimes your person. Most of the time, though, it is about the sign that's being read for. Okay, let's go ahead and look at what is hidden. So you've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it looks like what's coming is a blockage in communications. So let's go ahead and see, why do we have a blockage in communications, or why do we have the Knight of Swords inverse? For our Tauruses for this week. All right, why do we have a blockage in the communications? So there's some sort of redo on the table in regards to the open communications between you guys. And so there's going to be something happening with the way that you guys communicate. It may be completely blocked, or you may just be arguing and then you just stop talking, and it kind of maybe it's kind of like a, it's not really passive aggressive, but kind of more like, it's kind of like that maybe, this, a silent tension. And, but this is happening sometime this week in the next 7 days. And you guys are going to start over again with the way that you're talking to each other. Because there's some sort of lie or deception or in just not clarity in the way that you guys are communicating, miscommunications, misunderstandings, arguments that are leading to nowhere. And so there's going to be a redo on the table with the way that you guys are communicating with each other. Let's go ahead and get a the blockage card. And we do have so the guide in this is our king. So we do have our King of Swords. So the blockage also has to do with your communications. It's all about not communicating the way that you need to communicate this week. There's a lot of cards about the communications being blocked. Communication being blocked, communication not being clear, communication misunderstandings. But there is a redo on the table about the way that you guys communicate. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead and get an advice card. Advice for our Tauruses for this week. Okay. So we do get the advice of the Five of Cups, which does have to do with a reminder that though things are disappointing, or there might be guilt or shame or disappointment and regret around situations, around the way things have happened, that if you look behind you, there's 2 cups and they are stand upright, they're full. And so to focus on the things that are going right in your life instead of focusing on the things that are going all wrong. So that's your advice here. Let's see if we get some more advice from our animals. I do love drawing from our animal supports. They provide great support in life, physically, but they also do spiritually. That one wanted to come out, but the spirit guide's like, no, we got a better one for you. All right, so this is all about remembering your loyal dog. Honesty, loyalty, dependability. So turn to those people that are being honest, loyal, and dependable for you, and remember to do the same in return. Someone will protect you and guide you between heaven and earth. So look for those honest, loyal, dependable people that you can rely on during this time if you're going through a hardship in your relationship, and someone will be there to help protect you and guide you. And you'll probably know who that person is. And they'll be there for you to help you through whatever trials you have. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers. We do have 9, 10, 11, 12, 22, 32, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 53, 56, 60, 4, which is 10. So we do get a power of 1. So let's go ahead and look and see what our advice is from our numbers. Now, there's a lot of guidance that the universe provides with numbers, intuition, dreams, signs, synchronicities, music. And so all of this information is provided by our spirit guides, by the universe, to help you to understand your situations, to know what to do, to give encouragement, to know what's happening. So one is all about telling you that a new relationship is on the horizon, or it is time to reevaluate the one that you're in. It's all about new beginnings, new opportunities, and potentials. And to remember to be independent and self-reliant, and to focus on your personal growth, which is what I was picking up on with the Empress and your Nine of Cups. You are focusing on living in the moment and living your best life. And the number one is all about that independence and self-reliance. And that's what your loyal dog is about too. Your honesty, loyalty, and dependability is most important when you're dependable to yourself, honest to yourself, and loyal to yourself. This also could be a synchronicity for this week. For those of you watching, seeing that this, you might see a white dog this week, and this is confirmation to help encourage you to remember to be that loyal dog yourself, to yourself, be loyal to yourself, honest to yourself, dependable for yourself, live your best life, be in your Empress energy, and there you will find your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment, your happiness. But one does come with a stark warning about reevaluating the relationship that you're in. And so if this isn't working for you, you have free will to do better for yourself, or to ask better from your partner. But there's also a reminder to not lose yourself in a relationship. So a lot of times you might be someone who wants to commit, and that's what you're doing. But sometimes you have to take a step back and reevaluate and rethink what's happening. Is this worth it? Is this person showing up as much as I am? And to not lose yourself in the relationship itself. Okay, so that's kind of your guidance and information for this week. And if this resonates with you, then your soul frequency is similar to my readings. We are a brand new channel, so please like, share, subscribe, help us grow, comment on what you like and resonate with, and check out the description because we do one sign a week. And we also do a deep dive for you versus them on Sundays, which is super fun, one sign a month. So thank you for joining, and I will see you next time. All right, thank you, Virgos. My final earth sign for our Tuesday. And you are at Tarot and White Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. This is a morning quickie for our love read for all of our Virgos. So let's go ahead and get into it. While I was meditating, I was seeing lions, and I was getting the song Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my, that might resonate with some of you. I was also seeing a very big fluffy white coat just being spun around. All right, we're going to draw first for our Virgo general energies, or sometimes I call it Virgo collective energies. So this is just in the entire world, what different Virgos are going through. This is a general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. This is most likely going to be about your romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. This could be a family or friend, but it will be someone you have a significant connection with, someone in your soul tribe. Could be a business partner. Virgos have some very interesting energy. Let's see if we can pick up on some other things. And we are a brand new channel, so please comment with what you like. And share, subscribe, and you can click the like button. All of that helps us to grow. We can produce more for you. And thank you, Divine Creator, for guiding, channeling to our Virgos. We're going to try to get one or two more, please. I'd like one more. All right. Okay, so what we do see here for our general Virgos, yeah, our last sign, Taurus, had this too. Some of you may have been going through pictures, memories, thinking of your person in the past, like before now. And this week, you're kind of putting your memories away, putting the pictures away. Some of you may feel like you've been blocked this week. This might be something that's going on for this week for you. Or you might be getting a lot of spams and a lot of extra spam calls and text messages this week. Others of you might have been sweet talked last week. Maybe your partner is just really good with words and they've been sweet talking you. But this week is going to be quiet because it's in the inverse. All right, and then we do get some of you, either you, Virgo, are keeping secrets or your person is keeping secrets. So that's for another chunk of you. And lastly, we have a twin flames. And so you may have been connecting with a twin flame in your last week, but this week you may not be connecting with them because it's in the inverse. So you may have been connecting a lot last week and you're in separation, you're blocked, something's happened, and it's feeling a little rougher. Okay, so those are our general energies. Let's go ahead and dive into our tarot and find out what's going on with our Virgos. Because it's a general, remember, always take what resonates and leave the rest. I am going to be drawing for Virgos, but because I'm also drawing as a general for Virgo and Virgo's partner, it could also be for Virgo's partner. So take what resonates. If you're Virgo and you're connecting with it, great. If you feel that this resonates more with your partner, then this may just be more for your partner. It will speak to different people differently. If you're a cross watcher, then this is what your Virgo person is going through. So we do have a sense of, in your feeling space, Virgos, you are feeling like this is the beginning of an adventure. You're really wanting to go forward. You're excited. You're all about socializing. You're having fun. This feels very lighthearted and free. You're not wanting to move forward from anything. You're wanting to stay in this. You're wanting to explore all the fun that's here. You're not ready to move on. Let's go ahead and see what we got for communications. So if you guys are the ones being blocked or your twin flame is not connecting with you this week, you know, you might be feeling a certain way about it because, you know, you're enjoying your times. But this isn't necessarily very connective in the connection energy. Like, you could just be going out, having fun with your friends, your family, you know, not really even thinking that much about the connection, or be kind of like, all right, I'm blocked, whatever, I'm going out, or whatever, my twin flame's not talking to me this week, I'm going out and I'm having fun. You know, there's a very kind of free and sociable energy about you, Virgo, this week. Let's see what we get in our communications a little bit more, please. All right, so we do get some more beautiful energy. I'm so glad to see that because our other two earth signs are not having a good week. So I'm really glad to see that Virgo has got some good things going on. All right, Virgo. Okay, so basically we do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is like stuck energy, stuck in cycles, but because it's surpassed by the Magician, it's like, I'm getting out of this stuck energy. Bam, I'm making my life happen. So whatever happened in your connection, whether, you know, you were reflecting on the good times and there just aren't any anymore, or you feel like there might be some secrets, or it's like, damn, this person used to be so sweet talking to me and now they're not even giving me those sweet words anymore, or I feel blocked, or my twin flame's ignoring me. You're just like, you know what? I don't care about this stuck energy. I'm going to get myself out of it and I'm going to move forward. And you're going to communicate that. You're like, I'm going to communicate all about how I'm feeling about this partnership and about any of the stuck energy that's been going on, because I want to make my life happen. So you're just all about doing the communications, telling your truth, living in your energy, having fun, vibing with your friends. Let's go ahead and see, what do we got? Like, you're gonna call out the shit of whatever that person's been putting you through. Let's go ahead and look at what are they focused on? What is the Virgo focused on this week? Sometimes, you know, you're focused on the connection, but sometimes it's something else, you know, like work or family, health issues, different things. So let's see. All right, so we do get a sense. Let's see the energy here. We do have, all right, we've got our Five of Swords and Justice and Six of Pentacles. So there seems to be some sort of internal confusion, or you guys are not vibing on the same page about something. There's something that's causing internal conflicts or confusion for this person, the Virgo. Now take energy as it resonates. If Virgo is connecting to this, great. But if you feel like this is actually your partner, go ahead and, you know, flip that for your partner. And the Virgo is basically feeling like, you know, he or she wants to go ahead and make this confusion, this conflict, more fair. You know, you want justice in this situation, and you want things balanced. You want things equal. You want equal give and take. Both of these cards are about balancing things. Both of these cards are about making things equal, fair. So justice a lot of times, though, does have to do with, you know, justice in your world. So the external things like contracts and courts, divorces, you know, if you're in a car accident, and kind of all these kinds of things. And so there could be something that is on the plate of the Virgo that has to just do with legal matters that they're trying to resolve, and they're trying to find an equal balance about it, and an equal give and take about it, and it could be causing a lot of confusion. So and it makes, this means that there's a lot on their mind, and maybe they're looping around negative thoughts around it, like, am I going to get through this? When is it going to happen? When are these papers going to get through? When are things going to be equal again? But because we have the Six of Pentacles, I'm feeling like there's a certain equal give and take in the relationship as well, not just in legal matters. So I feel like the Virgo is really just, they're focused in their head, because this is a mental space, and I'm drawing for the mental space. So this is a double mental space. They're really focused on the confusion or the conflicts or the looping negative thoughts around how to work through these legal matters and how to get an equal give and take balance within this relationship. So they feel like their external world isn't really equal, and maybe that their relationship with their person might be causing them confusion about that equal give and take. But it's not really messing up their feeling space too much. You know, they're like, I'm gonna have fun anyway. I'm gonna go out and enjoy life, and I don't want to move on from this relationship, so whatever. And I'm gonna let you have it, what's going on, and all the shit that, you know, we've been going through and you've been putting me through, because I like this partner, or love this partner, and I want to communicate all that to you. So that's what I'm getting here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some confessional energies. Sometimes these reveal a little bit more about the truth of a situation. And we've got some direct energies. I'm not going to take both of those. Some direct energies of communications. So these are things that might be on Virgo's heart or mind, or they might be on your person's heart or mind that they want to communicate. Okay, the cards wanted to come out anyway. Okay, I am afraid you will forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. So this is something for someone. It could be your... Sorry, I had to adjust the camera. It could be your person, or it could be you that you want to communicate that. Oops, just fell. And 1 second. So it is wanting to fall into the future energy. So this could be something that your person is going to be communicating to you in the future. I'm afraid you'll forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. It makes me happy to see you thriving, even though it's without me. So this person may have that kind of feeling, but they may be having a hard time trying to feel that way because it came in the inverse. So they might be seeing you thriving and they want to be happy for you, but they might be, you know, feeling some kind of way about it. I want to break this no contact. This is for some of you. And of course we get, I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. This did come in the inverse. So this person may have been feeling like this in the past before now. And this is something they may have wanted or have communicated to you. I am not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. This is something that they also were feeling in the past, because this was in the inverse. So this is more of a past energy that they were feeling, that they may have communicated to you or wanted to. Let's go ahead and finish up for our next energies. We do have our blockage, which is our guide, our King of Wands. It's our what we don't see coming blockage, and what is blocking the overall energy and advice. I feel like that is the one that wants to come out. All right, this one wants to come out. Okay, so what you don't see coming is that you are getting into a place where you're feeling powerful. Your reading started out with the Scout of Wands, which is that, you know, page. It's very young, powerful energy. And by the end of the week, you're going to feel really strong in that energy. You're going to feel empowered, directed, connected to your soul. Like divine providence is guiding you. You're going to be energetic, fiery. So you've got some really beautiful energy coming. You do have a blockage though, which does have to do with tuning into your authentic self and not getting swept away, probably in the influences of family and friends or other people, to being true to you. So that is a blockage this week, to just not get swept away with, a lot of times, especially when we're going through hard things with our significant person, we can just throw caution to the wind, throw advice out the window. We just want to have fun. So just remember, stay true to you, because that is a possible blockage for you this week, where you might feel like a sense of losing who you really are. Your advice is to just let go of the burden, let go of the struggle. Whatever this is that is happening in your relationship this week, just put that bag down. Imagine it's a sack of potatoes and you're walking down a road and you're just, oh, I'm going to toss that away. Boop. And you just toss that pack of potatoes off. And it's no longer your burden. It's not your burden to carry. Your advice is to just let it go. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our animal energies. I do love our animal energies, because not only are they physical emotional supports, but they also are spiritual emotional supports. So let's see what our animal kingdom advice is for our Virgos. We do get a mysterious crow, and remember, the crow can be a confirmation this week. If you are seeing a beautiful black with some white wings or flakes of fur, feathers on them, that could be your confirmation that this is definitely your reading. Remember, mysterious crows are a mystery. They're also intelligent. They're also a cycle of life. So be an observer of birth, life, and death. Teach me creative and destructive magic. So basically, this is all about just staying in your magic, staying in your intelligence, and so the card advice is all about staying true to you, and this is all about tapping into that magic that's within you. You have the power to leave things, to destroy things. You also have the power to create things and to make things happen. That power is within you. Just like here, that power is within you. It says strength. So your advice is all about remembering that you have that power. Don't lose yourself in the problems of the week. Okay, let's go ahead and tap into our numerical energy. If you watch my channel at all, you know that I love the numbers, especially within the universe. It's always speaking to us in signs, symbols, dreams, intuitions, especially when we pray for things. And they're in music and numbers. The angels, the spirit world is always guiding us. So let's see what other advice that we have here. This is our 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, and 6 is going to be 20. And then we're going to have 21, 31, 32, 33, 33, and 6 is 39, 49, 50, 55. So we've got a 55, which equals 10, which equals 1. Well, you have the same advice as your other fellow earth sign, our Tauruses. So 1 is all about a new relationship is on the horizon, or it is time for you to reevaluate the one that you're in. So take a moment, take a pause, think about what's happening in your relationship. Is this right for you? This is all about independence and self-reliance, and to focus on your own personal growth, your self-love before seeking romantic partnership, which is what your advice was as well from the tarot and from the animal spirits. It's all about your inner strength to create and destroy, to create new beginnings, new relationships, and to walk out of the ones that don't serve you. To use your intelligence and to remember the cycles of life. There are always cycles. We also see that cycle in your communication. So you know that there's some sort of cycle that you're stuck in, some sort of karma that keeps going round and round, and you're just like, you know what? I need to get out of this. I need to talk about this to my person. And this strength is all about tapping into that independence, that self-reliance. So that is also what the number 1 is encouraging you to do as well. To remember that you have personal growth and that you are independent and self-reliant, and to focus on your self-love and making yourself a better person before going into partnership. New beginnings and opportunities may be on the horizon for you. And so keep your eyes open for something new if you need to. I do see your Six of Swords in the inverse in your feeling space. So it does feel like you're not really wanting to move forward in your feeling space just yet. But the encouragement is to stay strong. Remember, there are cycles in life. What's meant for you will come for you. Things end so that new beginnings can happen. And the universe is supporting you, especially with that number 1. It's all about supporting you toward your new beginnings. You have free will, but this is the advice for you for this week. All right. Thank you so much for joining. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to my readings. We are a brand new channel, so like, share, subscribe to help us grow so we can continue to share guidance and development on relationships for you. And please check out our description. We do something every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. All right, blessings, take care, and I will see you next week.